I spent 15 years believing everything happens for a reason. Then I watched my brother lose everything twice and realized the universe doesn't care about our stories when my phone rang at 3:17 a.m. 5 years ago. I already knew it was about my brother Michael. That's the thing about having a sibling who's always one decision away from disaster. You develop a sixth sense for when their life is imploding again. He's in the MCU, my mother, said her voice eerily calm after years of similar calls. Overdose. They're saying it's touch and go. Michael had been clean for 9 months, his longest stretch since the addiction began. He had a job at a local garage, a girlfriend who made him laugh, and was even talking about community college. This time feels different. I sat beside his hospital bed for 3 days, watching machines breathe for him, thinking about how we got here. As kids, Michael was the golden child, parachromatic, athletic, the kind of person who made everything look effortless. Then came the car accident at 17 that shattered his leg and ended his football scholarship dreams. Pain pills led to heroin, and suddenly the golden child was unrecognizable. Everything happens for a reason, our mother would say, clinging to her faith. This trial will make him stronger. I believed it too. I had to. It was the only way to make sense of watching my brilliant brother transform into someone who would steal our grandmother's wedding ring for drug money. Against all odds, Michael survived that overdose. The doctors called it miraculous. When he woke up, something had changed. I saw what I was doing to all of you, he told me, tears streaming down his face. I am done. For real this time. And he was. Michael went through rehab, then a halfway house, then built a life so normal it sometimes felt surreal. He met Sarah at a recovery meeting. They moved in together, adopted a dog, started a small landscaping business. 2 years later, they married in our parents' backyard. At the reception, he clinked his glass of sparkling cider and said, I had to go through hell to find this heaven. Everything really does happen for a reason. I remember thinking, the universe has a plan after all. Then came the diagnosis. Sarah, just 32, had an aggressive form of leukemia. Michael became her caregiver, scheduling treatments, researching clinical trials, working double shifts to cover the medical bills insurance wouldn't touch. He remained sober through it all, Perte 1247 days and counting. We'll get through this, he told me, exhausted, but determined. Here is a reason for everything, right? Maybe this is teaching us gratitude or resilience. Sarah died 8 months later, holding Michael's hand. At the funeral, he stood stoic, accepting hugs from people who whispered those same empty words. Everything happens for a reason. 3 days after the funeral, Michael relapsed hard. I found him unconscious in Sarah's car, parked at the cemetery with enough fentanyl in his system to kill 3 people. Another miracle. He survived again in the hospital when he could finally speak. He looked at me with empty eyes and said, tell me the reason. Tell me the fucking reason my wife is dead that night. Sitting in the hospital parking lot, I watched a family celebrate the birth of their child in the car next to mine. While upstairs, my brother fought to want to live again. Their joy and his pain existed simultaneously, neither one negating the other, neither one serving some greater purpose. It hit me then. There is no cosmic plan. No grand design where suffering leads to enlightenment. Some people get happy endings. Some don't. My brother got clean, found love, and lost it. Not because the universe was teaching him something, but because that's how his particular dice rolled. Michael is 18 months sober now. He runs a support group for people who've lost partners to illness. He'll tell you he doesn't believe everything happens for a reason anymore. Instead, he believes in making meaning from the randomness. The universe doesn't care about our stories, he told me recently, but we can still write them ourselves. That's the hardest truth I've ever learned. Hope isn't believing everything happens for a reason. Hope is choosing to create purpose in a universe that offers none. If you've ever had to rebuild your beliefs after life shattered them, share this video. Sometimes the most honest comfort we can offer each other is simply saying, this shouldn't have happened to you, and I am here while you figure out what comes next.